Yo! Video games.
So we're gonna do a little fun experiment.
Yeah, Simmons had a social experiment.
Social experiment. It's 25 years of Dreamcast. We're going to have a good old-fashioned debate on what is
D-E-B-A-T-E, chat.
what is the 10 best Dreamcast games of all time.
Okay, bring it forward more, because so Chuck I can read it.
So, this is our F around and find out.
Yo, Pete, thank you.
Find out things. So, before we make the list, we have to just put names in there. We gotta put names. We're gonna list names, okay?
All right.
We'll list names.
All right, here, give me one marker.
All right, here you
Here we go.
Here's
Let's
the
attack
marker.
this board with an unrelenting fervor.
I mean, it's an easy one.
MVC 2.
That's not Muck 2, chat. That's not Gone 2
Muck.
SNK.
Muck 2.
Muck 2.
Yeah.
Whoever has the prettiest handwriting here wins.
Yeah, we gotta go. There you go.
Guys of Arcadia.
Guys, I don't need to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go like I have some like.
Hey, what's
ones-
your shit? Take the red one.
I'm like there's some that I could just put and it wins, and I'm like I'm gonna go a little bit different.
Benny, don't put your back to it. Show us what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
A bold choice.
Okay.
Bold choice.
So you hold on to that.
Here's the thing: it's the 10 best. I could pick the top two, and I know they're gonna win.
Yeah.
There's two that I would just say, and they would win.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
All right, here we go. My turn.
Yeah,
PSO.
exactly. Like
PSO.
Celebrate to the heavens, Chad.
PSO.
I'm put on PSO music. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
So PSO is a good one. I don't know how you can. I mean, if we're gonna put like ones that, already there. Let's go.
I know the top two. Yeah, of course.
Soul
That's it.
Cal.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Power Stone. No, not two. Just one.
Whoa, Kenny.
All right. Whoa.
Whoa, Kenny.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, Kenny.
Okay.
Damn, that's getting up in there.
I think Japan imports count. If it came out in Japan, it can be on here.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
In a
Crazy
in a
tax.
bold new
font.
font.
A bold new font.
Bold new font.
Bold font. Crazy.
I tried to remember how to write cursive halfway through that.
I'm trying to remember. I don't
let's
even think they
see.
teach that shit anymore.
They
Okay.
did not.
Okay. Big obvious one. Big obvious.
Why would they need to teach that?
Big obvious.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
CVS 2.
That's not a bad one.
Capcom versus SNK 2.
Fairly decent call.
Okay.
Kenny, your turn.
I'm just going to Kenny choices.
I mean, that's why we're here. That's what we're here to do.
I got one.
Project Justice. Good one.
That is a game.
That's a good one.
All right, here, let me assume the stance. Okay. I'm going to do this long style.
Long style. That's a good one. Especially for its time. I allow it.
Whoa.
I'll allow it.
Shenmue.
Hell no. I'm gonna fight.
Shenmue.
I'm fighting back on that one.
Shenmue.
No.
And perfect writing.
No.
Shenmue.
No.
Yes.
So the gameplay of Shenmue was outclassed even at its time by
No.
Majora's Mask. No. Nuh-uh.
No.
It's pretty, but it is boring as fuck. No.
Shenmue crawled so Yakuza could run.
You have to be a peaceful soul to enjoy Shenmue.
Yes.
No, you have to be a Japanophile who hates gameplay to enjoy
No.
Shenmue.
Shenmue deserves to be on that list.
No, I'll
100%.
fight. We're gonna fight this one. That's why we're here. We need to have debate and controversy.
No, I'm
Otherwise, it's not
sorry.
a fun list if we all just agree.
Yeah.
right
For
away.
its time.
Not even first time.
Do you have any other-
It just looked nice first time.
Do we have any other bold takes? I got one I'm going to put up here that is a personal.
Let's go. I'm gonna go one. I'm gonna go on. See, because I want violence, so I'm gonna kill my friends, guilt-free.
Guilty Gear X?
Yeah!
Wow,
baby.
that's
Why not? Guilty Gear.
A lot of
X.
somebody's putting in a lot of Japan-only games.
It counts. It
for
was
him,
there.
For him arguing against Japan.
Came out on Dreamcast first. Guilty Gear X, which made much of the world aware
Yeah,
of
man, it
Guilty
was
Gear,
on
more
PlayStation, though.
more than the original.
It was on PlayStation.
Sure, but people were like, okay, whatever. It's
That
a weird
version was
2D.
not.
Guilty Gear X, when people saw the graphics in Guilty Gear X, they were like, oh my god, 2D games.
Yeah.
What else? What can they do?
I got one that I want to put in here. It's probably the last of my personal takes.
Yeah. House of the Dead 2.
House of the Dead 2.
House of the Dead 2. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's good.
Now, I'm looking at the chat for some ones that chat will think.
Nah.
Kenny, really? Which one?
2.
Then you have to put 2. Kenny's
just reading
Kenny's
chat.
a chat
Fuck
panderer.
off.
Kenny's a chat panderer.
No.
Deserves to be on there.
No,
The Sonic
it-
game.
one level does not make
Kenny's
the
a
game
cat
good.
panderer.
Don't care.
All right,
Sonic's should be on a
Pander.
Dreamcast. No.
I like it. I agree.
Because to be honest, well, Code Veronica would go on there, even though it's a terrible Resident
Oh
Evil.
my god.
Code Veronica still
I
deserves
say
to
no
go
way.
No, it does not. No.
It's a bad game.
Yeah. Well, okay. No, I got another game that's better.
So
than-
Sonic 2.
That's better than Code Veronica. I'm looking at it already. I'm just gonna put it down.
It's a bad game, but I believe it still deserves to be on there.
As best? No.
1 and 2. Space Channel 5.
Space
For top-
Channel 5.
For top 10.
For top 10, I don't think it's
Ooh,
good.
you know what?
I don't think it'll make top
Wait,
10.
wait.
I don't think it's gonna make our top 10. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tony Hawk 2 up.
Tony Hawk.
Tua.
1 and 2.
Yeah. 2.
No.
What is it? What is it? Well, it's 2 and 3 on Dreamcast.
Tony
right?
Hawk
one and
2
two.
up.
The 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah, it's pretty much Tony Hawk 2. You know, that's like the
2 is, yeah, like kind of
Yeah, dude. To be completely honest, like, if we're gonna talk about games that had like a substantial impact that probably deserve to be up here,
Ooh.
chat just said it.
You're gonna put
Dead or Alive.
No.
You're not putting Dead or Alive? Oh shit.
Kenny.
NFL and NBA 2.
Yeah, that's important.
Oh.
Pretty big.
First big online sports game.
Pretty much the best.
And we're good.
At the time, the best sports games ever made.
Yeah.
By like a lot.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. And I'm not a sporty hoops guy, but those were great.
I didn't play NHL 2K, and V Tennis is a pretty good
Virtua
ball.
Tennis.
1 and 2 is pretty good.
Virtua Tennis. Virtua Tennis.
Jesus Christ, chat! This system was out for less than 2 years, and these are all the games that are on it that are like really good. Yeah.
Dead or that's a good one. That's good.
2.
It's 2.
2.
2, Kenny.
It's 2. It's only 2.
And
it's good.
Chat has
And
a
it's
point.
good.
Chat has a point.
You didn't get the position.
Jet Set Radio.
Chat set radio.
Oh, and I'm not I'm a chat panderer?
Well, that's actually a good call.
That's a good game, Kenny. That's a good game.
You guys didn't even play that game. You chat panderers?
I mean,
we played much of it. We played much of it in the store. Since speaking of playing in the store,
Ready to rumble? No. I'm gonna say
fun.
no. It's fun, but is that game like an amazing arcade game? Even no, not really.
Sama de Amigo! Amigo!
Yeah, I think that gets nulled out by Space Channel 5 in terms of like the
But
fucking.
the maracas.
Yeah,
Ikagura.
it's nice,
The
but
maracas.
the gameplay of this is still better.
Put in Ikagura.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ikagura.
Ikaruga.
Ikaruga.
And pretty much Ikaruga, commonly known as the best shmup of all time.
Yes. Sure.
By the casuals.
That could go on there. Oh, the casuals?
It's one of like, if you think of shmups, you think of Ikaruga. So it's got to be up there. This was the system it dawned on, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was a Naomi game.
Yeah.
Ikaruga. No, wait.
So there's a few other ones. Crazy Taxi's up there. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a good game, but it never really reached the likes of like a Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Yeah, you guys got some bullshit on here, so I'm putting this on here too.
What?
Grandia 2.
Really?
Damn, boy.
Grandia 2 is good.
Yeah.
Grandia 2 is very good. It's better than some other games on here.
I'm gonna put Evolution 1 and 2 next to that.
no. Gauro, yes, Gauro.
Yeah, I don't know if the Dreamcast port of Gauro was particularly good. Which
That's
is why
true.
Yeah, how does Gauro match up to the Neo Geo
I
version?
cannot in good conscience put Third Strike on there. I can't, even though it was the first system to have it, I can't do it.
Well, just put in Second Impact. Put Second Impact then.
No. Well, you mean the double impact, the
Yeah.
2-game collection?
Yeah.
Those games aren't particularly great either.
I know.
So I would not put it on there. Rez.
Yeah.
Rez. Yeah. Yeah.
Rez.
I'm gonna do it upside down. Shit. Let's just try this. Nope, that seems bad. But it's
bad.
good for me.
Rez.
Rez.
There you go, Rez.
Did it upside down.
Rez.
Tech Romancer, a cool game, but not like the game. Daytona? And hell no.
Yeah, I
If you're gonna say Daytona on Dreamcast, hell
if
no.
we're gonna be pandery, I think we should put it on here.
Quake 2?
Quake 3.
Well, Quake 3.
Quake
Yeah.
3, the big online game for
Yeah.
the system. Quake 3 was the only system to have Quake 3 for a long time.
Yeah.
Quake 3 was a pretty big game. It was a pretty big deal.
Yo, hoof maneuver. Thank you. Sega Rally 2.
Yeah.
Sega Rally 2. A good Sega Rally. Not as good as the first one.
Yeah.
But it's
if
only
I-
on Dreamcast.
It's only on Dreamcast. Man. Is it... What other racing games were even on this system?
Not that many.
got-
When I even talked about PGR, Project Gotham
Hydro
Racing.
Race. Hydro Thunder.
Tokyo Metropolis.
Tokyo, yeah, but even I played Tokyo Street Racing,
Hydro Thunder.
and I would not put that on.
San Francisco Rush.
I would not put
49.
Tokyo Extreme on the best game of the system. It's
Wow.
cool.
What about Hydro Thunder? I think we should put
I don't think Hydro Thunder's that good.
It's a great port.
It's a fun game,
It's a
best port.
It's a good.
It's a good port.
but it's kind of a very.
but it's like the most 7 out of 10 game ever. It's cool.
Torpedoes.
What's wrong with the 7 out of 10?
Oh, torpedoes. People loved Hydro Thunder.
Virtual On.
Loved Hydro Thunders.
Virtual On Oratorio Tangram is pretty amazing.
I bought it. I had MK Gold.
Yeah.
I liked MK Gold.
Any Virtual Fighters? No, Virtual Fighter 3 on Dreamcast is not particularly great.
Not really.
Virtual On. Virtual On 2. Yeah, I'm with you. Gauntlet. Oh shit.
Gauntlet Legends.
That's-
Oh
Ooh,
shit.
Sega Bass Fishing.
Yeah.
Sega Marine Fishing.
Sega Bass and Marine Fishing exist. I don't know if I put them as like they're meme games.
They're good games.
They're good games.
Come on, they're like the best fishing games ever made. Name me a better fishing game than Sega Bass and Sega Marine Fishing.
Final Fantasy 15.
No, a better fishing game.
Well, there's those games. There's better fishing games in full games.
Nah.
Yeah.
Sega Marine Fishing? I don't know about
Out
that.
Trigger. No.
Ooh, you know what? That shooting game that we played was awesome, though.
Out Trigger.
Yeah, it was fire, man. Like for its time, it was like it was a better GoldenEye.
I'm gonna put this up here.
Yeah, NFL Blitz.
NFL Blitz 2000. The best Blitz game. Like, straight up. There's other ones after, but NFL Blitz 2000 is
Yeah.
like...
On
You
the
know what?
Dreamcast.
On the
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast,
Looks good,
it's the
looks
best
the best,
version.
plays the best.
It plays the best. It is the most refined version of NFL Blitz before they started neutering it in
Yeah.
later versions. Yeah,
Right.
it's premium. Virtual Tennis is up there. Are we ready to start eliminating some games?
Yeah, okay, so is it,
So, let's...
how many do we have here? Let's look at this.
All right, I'll count this side. You count that side.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I had 12, depending
So
on
28 games.
Unless we like double counted.
We might have double counted Res, but there are approximately like 26 games-ish.
Okay, that's good.
26 really good
That's
games
good.
on Dreamcast.
That's good. We can narrow this down. It's 10. I don't know if we should like flip it or just put another. I'll just put it
Here, well,
We can start scratching them out.
scratching them out.
Yeah, we have to eliminate them. We have to physically destroy them.
on. Okay.
For honestly,
All right, let's be honest.
Did I put Code Veronica on here?
No, you
No,
Okay, then never mind.
you don't even need to get rid of it, Kenny.
didn't. You don't need your code Veronica.
All right, I am going to propose a declaration. I'm proposing an attack on Simmons' opinion. I think Samba de Amigo does not go in the top 10.
I don't know those maracas. Yeah, Bust a Move 4 is also also great. But
Top 10
Samba de Amigo.
compared to all these other games. Would you rather
Look,
that than
if
Guilty Gear?
Samba was on this list, it would be probably at the bottom.
Then there we go.
But I don't
Strike
know.
it from the record. Are you comfortable with striking it for something that you're going to go against me and we'll argue it? I think this can be removed from top 10. I think it's good. I think it's top 20.
I think it's middle of this whole board.
Yeah.
I think it's like somewhere in the middle.
In the teens. So and I agree. This is a great game. We like it, but we can cross it off. Do we want to attack any Kenny opinions? Any of my opinions?
Well, I mean, Kenny's opinion, like, I would say Sonic 2 is no. I mean, for one, a better version exists on the GameCube, first of all.
Right, let's just say the GameCube doesn't exist at all.
And second of all, its Sonic levels are great. The rest of them are not at all. And the camera sucks, the controls kind of suck. Chow Garden's great, but this is on here because it's Sonic.
Well,
And the music is baller. The music is banging.
SEGA console needs a Sonic.
No, it doesn't.
No, it
The Saturn proved that.
It doesn't.
Because they were
That's
dumb.
a fallacy.
No.
Are we gonna say this is top 10 material amongst all of these? This is our list. That's not. It's not their list.
No.
It's our list.
We're telling them what they're going to feel for the future, so they have no impact on this.
It's a top 15.
Then, Kenny, strike it.
And I
Where's your marker? Strike Sonic 2.
strike Sonic 2.
And we strike all the people that enjoy it. And we strike what's his name in prison. Oh no, now it's getting deep.
It's you've been eliminated, Mr.
All right,
Nakasan.
all right, we've eliminated a Kenny. Kenny loves Sonic 2. And
Look,
we
the
took it
music's
from him.
baller. I get it, but it's not top 10.
It's fun level.
It's not fun. It's
I'm
fun
willing.
level.
I'm willing to raise my pen to the sky and accept any argument for any nomination of mine.
Oh, that Max put on here? Oof. Alright, Max, I'm gonna be real with you.
Alright.
Virtual on 2 is okay. It's not bad, but it's not top 10. And you know it. And you know it, you know.
I didn't strike Sonic.
Vario, I know you're
wasn't
out
me.
there, but
Strike it. Do it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
top. It's top 15.
I'm gonna
wasn't
say
me.
Virtual on
It's top
Ontario.
15.
I put it on the list. I put Sonic
Kenny,
on the list.
you did not defend it hard enough. You had no defense other than the chat likes it.
I liked it.
Play the Knuckles level.
tell us something you
Play
love
a
about
Knuckles
it.
or Rouge level right now and tell me you like it.
Hey, I liked Sonic 1 and 2 on the Dream. They needed to be on
How
there.
dare you?
Ah.
Spite him.
Ah.
Smoten.
All right? It's, you know...
All right,
shit.
let's attack this list some more.
All right, here's the thing. There's Skies and Grandia. One of these gotta go.
Grandia's got to go.
Of the two,
Grandia.
Grandia's definitely
Grandia is
the
possibly
weaker
in
of
top
these guys.
20.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Maybe
There
like
you go.
21 or 22.
Yeah, I would say
Justified.
20 is good.
It is effectively a worse and shorter Grandia 1.
Exactly. It is a worse
So we
shorter
can get
Grandia
rid of
one.
it.
But I would say
A
that's
good
fine.
game.
That's fine.
It's
It
better
doesn't
than-
need to be there.
It's better than Evolution 1 and 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great game. Grandia 2 is a great game, but it's not as good as the first. Not even close. And
Okay.
Skies is just a better game.
Here's the thing. There's two that are staying forever, and that's not gonna change.
Soul Calibur's,
This
well,
is not going
we know.
anywhere.
We
This
know.
is not going
We
anywhere.
don't need to talk about that.
And whatchamacallit?
This isn't going anywhere, and this is probably not going
No,
anywhere.
PSL are not going.
We're not
anywhere.
going anywhere.
They're literally going to either battle for number one.
Yeah.
These two are literally going to battle for number one.
Blue Stinger, this is about the best of the best, Chad.
Yeah.
Not just games you remember.
I
All right, so let's start making some arguments.
Okay.
Let's start like
Okay.
I will
I'll
side
defend
with Max.
I'll
Me and
defend
Max
Shenmue.
will be on the Shenmue thing.
I'll defend Shenmue because of how like revolutionary it is.
Thank you, revolutionary game. And it was like
it's kind of like it's kind of like a game that could not fully realize what it is.
Here's the
ever.
thing. Here's the thing.
It's
You
like
can
Grand Theft
play
Auto.
this.
Yes.
Have a great time.
No, I get it.
Play this now.
No, I get it.
It's not fun.
I had fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean
You-
that definitely
you
could
memed
be
it.
nostalgia.
Yeah, you have to. You have to sort of like pretend to have fun.
Yeah, but it's also like kind of like hilarious. It's
Right.
So that game
Right.
is
It's
fun.
a meme. It's a Star Wars prequel.
It's fun in kind of the ways that like it's unintentionally hilarious.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what's a good game that's like this? What's the Twin Peaks game?
Oh, Deadly Premonition.
It's like Deadly Premonition if it wasn't hyper aware.
Yeah.
Like that. It's just
but
like,
it's almost fun because it isn't aware
exactly.
of how
Like it takes itself seriously. It actually plays it kind of straight. I'm looking for Chinese people. Like I
You know
kind
any Chinese
of
people?
love how it's like. This is how they think people acted in the 90s. Like this, I almost.
You know where I could find some sailors?
Yeah, I almost like deeply appreciate Shenmue for its experience and not even as much of just like the one-to-one gameplay. You hate the way
with
because
Max.
that's what
combat's
your thing
good.
is.
I'm with Max.
Right, when you have it and it shows up. There's like one of the discs
I know it's
has one fight.
It's 1/10 of the fucking game.
There's like one
Don't get me
fight in
wrong.
like disc 3. The thing is like you're going off vibes and memories, and I'm saying
But
like,
games are
when
vibes
you're-
too.
Yes.
When you are playing that game and it's
Yeah.
like, come back here tomorrow at 2.
Bro.
There is no way to skip the time.
There isn't.
You literally have to wait till 8 o'clock.
You can do
for him to
because-
go home,
Yeah.
and then you have to literally wait till the clock
fall
strikes
asleep.
2.
It was the first of its kind. They didn't get
They're
they're gonna
bullshit
have that.
because Majora's Mask came out at the same time and had time skips and people running on a daily schedule. It's not this thing that no one
but
ever thought of
Majora's
doing
Mask
before.
this is something extremely critical.
darts, other
It doesn't have an
mini-games.
arcade.
I was gonna say crappy voice acting.
You can't get a job, and it doesn't have an arcade.
I'm telling you, it was a fucking revolutionary game.
And you don't fight like 90 bad guys to save your girlfriend in the end.
This is like the Grand Theft Auto for like
It
Dreamcast.
is. It literally is. Without this game, GTA would not have been what it was.
That is bullshit. Blast Core on the N64, which was made by the GTA 3 people. I'm sorry, not Blast Core. Body Harvest.
Okay, Body Harvest.
Sorry, the B games.
Okay.
Body Harvest on the N64, made by DMA Design, is
Yeah.
literally the prototype of GTA 3 before GTA 3, made by the same devs.
Yeah, but this one's good.
No, it's not.
Body Harvest wasn't necessarily good.
Body Harvest, at least you shot things and they blew up.
Why do you need a gun?
See, I don't like Shinmu. Kenny's right. It's a. Here's the thing. Some of these games aren't even revolutionary, right?
Here's the problem. Shenmue's staying for now because two agree, one disagrees.
Yeah, and the thing is,
So we're just
like,
just
let's
move
say-
on.
Let's just say like Marvel vs. Capcom isn't a revolutionary game. It's a fucking amazing fighting
of
game.
is.
But it's like everything. Like some of these aren't revolution. Shinmu is a fucking revolutionary game.
Yes.
It's
Right,
a
but,
game changer.
a game changer like Mario 64 is still fun to play.
Yeah.
Shenmue is not.
A revolutionary.
I think that's completely substantial.
Yeah.
I do have fun.
There's some
playing
charm.
Shenmue.
There's some charm to it.
I think
There's
I
some charm.
100% like there's so much weird variety and shit in that game that you do that like not all of it is going to land, but some of it is really fun and it is cool. It is cool
The
like learning
arcade's
secret
great.
tech.
The
from-
arcade's great and the fighting's great, but man,
Yeah, but I mean
the waiting is the hardest part.
I can't. Here's the thing. There's two games on here that are like to me mega vibe based
It is,
games.
yeah.
It's this one.
Yes.
Is a mega vibe based game.
Yes.
And this one is also a mega vibe.
But this has
this one-
has the dopamine.
Exactly.
Of a
This
Red
one's
Raptor.
better. This one's better, but I cannot doubt. Like I had a moment last year where I just wanted to live through a Shenmue Christmas again.
Yeah.
And somebody made that.
Did you beat
as a-
Shenmue 1 and 2 and 3? I did.
No, I didn't.
I did.
I only beat one.
I suffered all three.
That's why 2 isn't on here because I think
Two?
2 wasn't as engaging.
2 is a significantly better game than 1.
It's,
though.
it's,
Two
it's got better
made me
pacing, but
sad.
to me it loses the fucking vibes.
Two made me sad because
2 is better than 1.
I think Dobuita is way better.
I played through 1, I was so excited, I had all my stuff, and then 2, it's like, oh, 2's not being released to the United States, and I was fucking crushed.
It came out in
because
Europe.
all my stuff that I had that I wanted
2
to
is, I
take
think,
over,
a better game.
Yeah.
I just personally like Dobuita way more than the places you go in the second one. The second one becomes like an action movie.
A little bit, but like
Steve didn't really have a dream.
And they're different games.
2 is a significantly better. 2 is the best Shenmue.
Yeah.
And
I
even
agree.
all the
I
Shenmue
agree.
fans mad at me right now.
That is
know
what-
that I'm right. 2 is the best.
Most people are agreeing with you that 2 is a better game. I actually do not disagree with that.
Yes.
I like 1 more. I just like it more.
Revolutionary.
I've tried to play
I think
2
the revolutionary
multiple times.
aspect is a little overstated.
Oh,
It's a little overstated.
Jesus Christ.
Again, Body Harvest, Majora's Mask.
Why are we arguing this? Because this is staying for now.
Yes.
Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about.
So that we're striking.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is top 10.
I'm with you. Okay.
Project Justice?
That,
No,
that was my launch game,
I mean, it's a great game.
and it's one of the best shooting games
It's a
ever.
great game. It's one of the best light gun
One of the
games.
best looking games.
It
on
might
the
be
system.
the best light gun game ever made.
Maybe. Mayhaps.
Maybe. But do we say? Do we now? Do I?
You can take off House of the Dead too. I'm with you.
Are you sure about that?
You can take it off. I mean,
Because there's some other ones down here that are like, I don't know if I'm ready for House of the Dead 2 quite yet.
really?
I'm not sure.
I think you can actually take it off. I think here's the thing. I like this more than this. I would keep that on than that. I'm not a big Jet Set Radio fan, but that game is fucking crazy.
All right, I got an A01 to get rid of.
Okay.
Dead or Alive 2.
Oh no!
It's a good game.
No.
It's a good game, and it's a good 3D fighting game.
And it has a fuckload of modes.
But
You know, here's a hot take. Here's a hot take. I would probably take out this because it's an arcade port and all this kind of stuff.
Here's a
so
hotter,
is this.
Here's a hotter take.
Yeah.
Here's a hotter take.
Yeah. Yeah.
That it's good
Yeah.
because it's a good arcade port.
Yeah.
And it is like effectively quote unquote revolutionary because of its visuals.
Yeah.
But there's really not much else to it.
But I mean, the visuals for this pretty much carry it all the way to XR.
They do. But at the same point, GGX doesn't particularly play great
Look.
now either. It's kind of
Yeah.
aged pretty terribly, and because they made 17 fucking versions of this game.
Yeah,
So
true. By the time you get to Accent Core or hashtag
it's
reload,
you realize how good this gets, and this was amazing at the time, and it's in a similar vein of Shenmue, but I think Shenmue's like really bold.
Here's the
This
thing.
was just like 2D can actually look really good still.
Yeah.
And that was a cool concept. It was like this is fucking dope.
Here's the thing, Dead or Alive has to stay because visually it's fucking awesome. The stage transitions, you would like see this at a store and go, holy fuck.
Dead or Alive 2 is one of the most
Holy
impressive games on the
fuck, you
system.
would see
may-
this shit.
Kenny
and
makes
it's
a good
impressive.
argument
You know,
for it.
I can't in
DOA
good
too.
conscience knock out DOA anytime
No, not anytime soon.
Kenny makes a good argument for it.
soon. But I could put, as of right now, from where we're at, I think GGX is a top 20 game.
Yes.
But considering the other pedigree of fighting games that aren't, I don't think we can have 5 fucking fighting games in the top 5.
It's our list.
I know, but still,
the thing is,
I would put other
I
games.
can be non-biased. Like CBS2 is one of the greatest fighting games of all time, and it's probably my favorite Street Fighter of all time.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like a system seller, like if somebody's walking and they see this,
These 2 games didn't even come out here.
yeah.
Yeah, these are Japanese imports.
Yeah,
First
so-
of all, well, I think I'm okay with GGX getting axed.
Okay.
From Todd.
All right, so that's 2.
I think GGX
We'll
is
say bye-bye.
good.
An amazing game.
I might put it higher than you guys, but top 10.
Because it really, that was like one of the first like old school 2D games that like really got you.
Yeah.
All right,
I remember you being
someone,
like, oh,
someone can
fuck,
battle my
fuck.
Project Justice. It's a great game, a shit ton of modes, but it doesn't look as good as
Yeah.
Dead or Alive,
I'm-
or it doesn't look as good as Soul Calibur.
Kenny's arguing his own shit out.
And I'll be real.
And I agree.
I'm biased because I love the
But
game.
I don't think this
It's
holds compared to the others.
It's got a shit ton of features for a fighting game. A
I
really
think
good story mode.
This game's gimmick is its
yeah.
story and its setting and its
Its setting,
characters,
yes.
which is a big thing for fighting games.
Yes.
But in comparison to like DOA 2
And Soul Calibur.
and MVC 2, CPS 2, and Power Stone 2, I don't think it stands up against
Are
them.
we-
It's great, but not top 10. It's
not top
I
10.
can admit it.
Yeah.
Okay? And
All
it's
right.
one of my favorite franchises.
It's top 15, you
Yes.
know? Top 15.
Okay, no Project.
You know, chat, people say take out Tony Hawk. Did you realize
Oh,
this is the highest reviewed game on the system? Tony Hawk is one of
The only-
if not, I think it's top 1.
Here my argument against Tony Hawk is that the Dreamcast version didn't necessarily provide a significantly better playing version over, say, the PlayStation.
Sure.
Like, say, Blitz 2000 is fucking night and day.
Yes.
Between like
It's on-
PlayStation
yeah, sure.
and Dreamcast.
It's on
Tony
every-
Hawk is like, it's better.
It's on every console, but it looks fucking great. If you compare it,
I
it's
see, I
just-
get what you mean.
And the thing is too, like you see it from PlayStation 1 to this, you're like,
This is
damn.
okay, so what you're saying is that us putting this in top 10 is the equivalent of us also putting Resident Evil 2.
Right, because Resident Evil 2
It
is
was
on
just
the
a port,
system.
and it was like a little bit better than the PlayStation, like a bit.
Yeah.
But it is
Looks
effectively
better, runs better, but it's like
here's a game a couple years later. So I'm gonna say I can take off Tony Hawk because I don't think it stands as like a quintessential Dreamcast game, even though arguably the highest rated game on the system by a metric count.
that's
you know?
that's my argument. I don't know how you guys feel.
I agree
about
with that.
knocking it out necessarily.
And here's the thing, I'm taking your word for it. I didn't play these games. So I don't.
I mean, they run smoother and they look crisper.
Sure,
It looks-
it's RE2.
It looks amazing.
So it's kind of like, yeah.
Like Spider-Man. It'd also be putting like Spider-Man on here as well. You know?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
Spider-Man.
Just another PlayStation game that just runs and looks better on Dreamcast. Like, so that's why I would not put like Soul Reaver on here.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
because they don't. Those don't really feel like Dreamcast games to
If
me.
you're gonna do that, I have another 1-2 games that have to battle.
So do we think Tony Hawk should be taken off?
How many we knocked off so far?
Not many.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Do we have like 10 to go?
Start making cuts here. Are we sure?
I think Tony Hawk 2 can go.
Okay. Up to
Because to me, it doesn't actually technically feel like a Dreamcast.
I don't think people think Dreamcast when they think
Exactly.
Dreamcast.
That's my personal take on it.
See, people think PSX, but I think Dreamcast because it looks so fucking good. It looked like a generation. Like when you looked at between the two, you're like, God damn, what a upgrade. That's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna like.
I'm like on the fence, but
I'm
get
not
it.
gonna be sad.
I understand. It deserves to be up here.
It like you see the generation leap.
It deserves to be up here.
You see the generation leap. You're like, damn.
All right.
Not exclusive.
Attack something. I'm attacking Quake 3.
Oh yeah.
It's revolutionary for its time,
Absolutely.
which apparently counts for a lot for Kenny. But
But this game's way more ambitious, dude. Like, come on.
Well,
You-
sure.
You can't just say like, you know.
well, I mean,
come
it was
on.
ambitious getting America to go online on a console.
Sure, I get it, but at the same point, like the scope of this shit is not this shit.
Right,
It's
right.
not this shit.
They didn't
Like-
spend $75 million on this.
Exactly. Like Quake 3 is like, wow, this is possible. This is cool. People are actually playing it too. It is neat. But in the same vein, it would be like putting like Choo Choo Rocket on here.
Right.
Where it's just like, yeah, functional, good game, runs online, but is it a PSO or some shit?
Yeah.
It's like, no,
This was the most expensive game ever when it came out. It used the free engine, full reactive eyes entertainment. I get what you're saying. Quake 3, it's
can
revolutionary, but I don't think I would not lose sleep over not being on top.
I can we can banish Quake 3.
Banish Quake 3.
Sorry, Quake. All right. Let's
Res.
start deeply thinking. Kenny, what do you want to
Res.
attack?
Res.
Rez, okay.
It's great.
Yeah, I don't
Panzer
think...
Dragoon's better.
Yeah, well, Rez is effectively Panzer Dragoon and Space Channel 5 have like a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is very cool, but...
Yeah.
And this is the
kinda
same guy,
weird.
is it not? This is the same dude?
Yeah, I think it's Mitsuguchi.
This is Mitsuguchi, who did
Mitsuguchi.
Sega Rally and Daytona, or Sega Rally. So I agree. Rez is a really cool game, a cool idea, but
No res.
does it reach the levels of a Panzer Dragoon or something like that? Nah.
No res.
Nah.
What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right.
9,
I'm gonna attack one on Kenny's end.
Oh, ouch. That's fine.
14, 15.
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna
more
ask
gotta
Kenny
go.
to defend.
We got
Rush.
7
Rush
more.
2049.
Rush 2049.
Oh, hey, let me jump in a little bit there. This is much better on Dreamcast.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bigger leap than Tony
N64
Hawk.
and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
It's
know.
a bigger leap than Tony Hawk of
By
quality.
like a lot.
Here's the thing. All right, Rush 2049. There's not a lot of racing games. There was Sega Rally, Rush,
Tokyo Extreme Racer.
Tokyo Extreme Racing. Rush had great physics, a really fun game, shortcuts, extra modes.
Yeah, it's great. It's honestly one of the coolest racing games
a
in the
really
system.
fun stunt mode. I think to me it was a better of the racing games, much better than Hydro Thunder. I know a lot of people love Hydro Thunder, but Rush, pretty fucking cool. Actually, like kind of did better than the arcade version
By a lot.
by a lot.
It looked way better than the arcade.
Yeah,
version.
it looked way better than the arcade. Had more modes than the arcade, so it wasn't just an arcade port. I'll be honest, it is a tough sell for top 10.
Here's the
What,
thing.
to have a racing game?
I think it's comparable to other games of the racing genre on this system.
Yes.
Again, I don't think there's actually a ton of amazing racing games. I think the best one technically is Sega Rally 2, but even I think Sega Rally 2 is not as good as Sega Rally 1. I personally
What about
feel...
Spirit of Speed, LJN's last video game ever published on the Sega Dreamcast?
I'll let you make a video about it.
The thing is, we're gonna play
Tokyo
some of
Extreme
these.
Racer, while it is really cool, Hydro Thunder, it is really cool. I don't think any of the racing games on Dreamcast, and I would probably
here's the
hear
thing.
an argument for Project Gotham Racing.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's why I'm gonna
good.
put Rush. Rush again was with the game with shortcuts. It was a game that let you play the way you wanted to play.
Yeah.
All these other games had the track and you just had to follow. Rush is like, holy shit, can I go through there? Oh fuck, here's a shortcut. Can I jump here? You're jumping through buildings, you're doing shortcuts, you're going like crazy shit. For a while, no other racing game, especially Rush. Rush was one of the first ones to do it.
Sorry,
And
it's
Rush
Metropolis Street Racer.
And
was the
Rush
first one.
2049
Sorry.
continued that. Continued. Rush, like, yeah, San Francisco Rush, like I love Daytona, but like all these other games, like when I first played Rush, I'm like, wait, what's this? There was like almost no invisible walls in this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
While all these other race games,
But is it top 10? Is it comparable to Power Stone 2? Is it comparable to Crazy Taxi and
top
Soul
15.
Calibur?
Top 15,
There we go.
okay, top
It's
15.
good. It's good.
Top
It
15.
legit is good.
It's good. Top 15.
All right, I'm gonna attack my own.
Tag my own. Stand on business.
Virtua Tennis is great. Virtua Tennis is great, but it's a tennis game.
Oh!
It's a good tennis game.
Oh!
But there's been good tennis games before. And
No, there wasn't.
Fuck you, Mario Tennis is
stand
amazing.
on business.
No.
That's not tennis. Come on.
No.
Mario Tennis.
No.
Mario Tennis was great.
I think I think this shit is like the absolute epitome of gameplay and simplicity and depth and all of that. It is like the ultimate like Sega thing where it's just like, so we're gonna make a thing. It's effectively a tennis simulation, but we're gonna fucking execute it in a way where it feels so fucking good to play, and there's so many levels of like interaction that this is. You get it as soon as you pick it up, and it constantly gets better. Like I think this shit is fucking crazy.
I think there were better, more in-depth stuff in Mario Tennis.
I think Mario Tennis is a gimmick. I think this is actually
Oh
like
my
at a
God.
core level
Oh
of
my
a ridiculous feat is what this game is. And here's the thing, it was mad popular.
It was.
Like this game.
I remember when it came out.
This game-
because the Sega rep at our store was like, "What the hell?" Like I was trying to tell my bosses, everyone.
This game was one of the highest rated games of the entire year on all systems.
This came out of nowhere, and it was like everyone wanted it.
It came out of nowhere. It was sold out. It was cheaper. It was sold out fucking everywhere.
I do remember that.
And it was like,
that's why I put it on here.
What is one of the
Here's
best
the
games on
thing.
Dreamcast? Everyone says, "Oh, Virtua Tennis is
It's
one of the
a
best." fucking
tennis
games."
game.
It
Tennis is not even that fucking popular.
It isn't.
When you compare it to basketball.
But as soon
and
as you play
football,
this, you get it.
But tennis, and for a tennis game to be that popular, because it's fucking good.
Okay, this is my own game that I attack,
know.
and you both are fighting for
I
it.
attacked my game.
Hey.
I attacked my
And
own
2v1,
game.
I think Virtua Tennis is staying.
All right.
I would keep Virtua Tennis up here over Jet Set Radio.
Now here's the thing.
So would I.
Yeah.
But honestly,
So
But here's the
whoa, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean did we just become best friends?
Yup.
Yup.
And-
Jet Set Radio, kiss my ass,
and-
suck it like Daryl.
Like
Oh,
Fuck you.
oh God.
Pharaoh is
you.
on the plane now to come over here and beat our asses.
All right, I'm glad we came to that conclusion.
All right, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make you choose between your two children.
Oh shit.
NFL Blitz and NFL and NBA.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
You're gonna
I'm
have to
on that.
choose between your fucking kids.
Okay, this is way more of a revolution.
Yeah? That I
apparently
agree.
is big
All
for
right,
you.
it's big for me.
So here's the
This
thing.
is way more fun to play.
In terms of like, you know, being actually like pushing the genre of sports games forward and being like impressive as fuck and playing well, these games are incredible. But I will 100% without a doubt play this game any day of the week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You'd have to like, and
This is coming down to a bit of a.
Here's the thing. I feel you on the Blitz, but I'm telling you, NFL.
Those games are crazy.
Here's what I'm gonna say. This game was so good and so revolutionary. It got fucking what was it, EA or what is the company?
Oh yeah, 2K
yeah.
games.
2K. No, 2K.
They got it scooped up.
No, it made them buy the NFL license because
No,
this,
EA. That was EA bought the
because
NFL
this game was so fucking
Yeah,
good.
because it competed so hard
They
with
couldn't
Madden.
compete, so they bought the fucking NFL license.
There was a period of
because
time,
it.
chat, where EA was not NBA Live and NFL 2K. I'm sorry, NBA Live and Madden were not the premier sports games. Sega dominated this
Yeah.
shit. These games
And I'm
were
just
like
saying,
way
I
better.
know why not
Visual
both,
Concepts was
but
better than Triburian.
It's top 10.
Triburian,
In the top
whatever the
10
fuck.
has got to be it. Like, here's the thing. I'm standing behind this. I agree. This is a way more fun game. It's fun. It just, put it in. But this game was so fucking good. EA said, we can't. And also, it said, hey, here's the DLC, here's next year, here's the next year's roster. And Madden said, what the fuck, bro? You trying to DLC? No, you have to pay for the game every fucking year. This game was saying, no, you don't have to do it. Here's the DLC for the next year.
To be fair,
This stays.
Madden was still outselling it, but they were scared. They
Yes.
were
They were
scared.
scared.
They were
They
scared
stays.
by
Because
that.
they had more audience on the consoles they were releasing on, but these games were reviewing super fucking well.
Yes.
They were making fun of Madden and the EA efforts. They just weren't good enough anymore. So I agree with Kenny. It's really hard for me to take this off in any way.
Yes.
Like to think that a Dreamcast top 10 would not have NFL/NBA 2K is like. Fuck, and that sort of like encompasses all of them because it's like I don't know the unique differences between 2K1, 2K2, but those are also great games.
We're getting rid of Blitz.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll get rid of Blitz. Yeah, Blitz is like number 11.
Yeah, number 11.
Like it's so good.
I'll be right there for sure. But the thing is, with the best games, you gotta take revolutionary into that as well.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. Like these games made sports fans out of people that were not sports fans.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Woo!
4 gotta go. 4 of these have to go.
Fuck.
I know which 4 I would pick. Well, I know 2 I would pick. 3 I would pick.
All right. Well, Simmons, who are you gonna fight first? Choose your battle. You have an unargued one.
Damn.
A bit.
House of the Dead 2 is like
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
It's
Strike it, bro. I'm with you.
it's good.
I'm with
It's
you.
good, but I don't know. Is it top 10 good? The fact is you had to get a third-party peripheral, or like that wasn't very good, or import a gun for it to be good. Because
I'm with you. Take it off.
default, it's rough playing this guy.
Just shut up and take it off.
Also, it's also unplayable on modern day
I get it. Just shut up and take it off. I love it, but you know.
3 more gotta go.
What about the best shmup of all time? Or arguably the best shmups? Or one of the most innovative?
The arguable best shmup of all time. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun.
One of the best shmups. What do y'all think?
It's one of the best shmups ever. It's one of the
Ever.
best in its whole genre. I'd say it stays.
Is
I say Space Channel 5 goes. I do.
Damn.
There are great rhythm games before and after Space Channel 5. There were. It doesn't even have multiplayer.
I gotta close my door.
I gotta close the door.
I got kids asleep.
Bust the groove, man.
See, I'll argue it till the end of time, and in a personal, non-group based top 10, no fucking way it's leaving. There's no way. I'm sorry. I was saying
not
earlier.
fucking leaving.
I was saying earlier that
I'm not fucking leaving.
the Dreamcast is a big vibes game system for me.
Ooh.
So Shenmue is a vibes game. PSO is a vibes game. I'm a fucking idiot. These are the ultimate fucking vibes games.
Sure.
Like just the feel of playing these games is something mega special to me. So, but here's the thing.
So here's the thing, man.
I get it.
Of these left,
Fucking do it, man.
3 to go.
Just take away my
What?
dreams. Just
Whoa.
fucking take off Space Channel 5.
Really, you don't want to argue something
Just-
instead of it.
What?
Argue another game.
Really? You would keep this boring,
Yes,
this boring
I
ass
would.
game instead of Space
I
Channel
would.
5.
I see what they were fucking trying to do, and it's like, man, they tried to do it on Saturn and they couldn't.
Yeah.
And then they did the best they could, and to me, it's like it's still fucking crazy.
See, I mean, I would argue these 2 are great, but
Don't, it's not fucking leaving. It's not fucking leaving because this is the only 4-player game on there. It's not fucking leaving, all right? It's not fucking leaving. How many 4-player games are on here? Okay? There needs to be a 4-player game. A 4-player game. That shit had 4 ports. A 4-player game is not leaving.
this was like 8-player online or something.
Online, but a 4-player game.
Kenny. 4-player game.
4-player mode.
4-player game. Kenny.
Power Stone 2 over Ooh La La?
Here's the thing. Power
Hey!
Stone 2 has like fucking 4 stages.
Power Stone 2 over
No,
Ooh La
it's
La.
got a fun 4 stages. It's got the item shop. It's got like crazy amount of replayability.
I'm not trying to argue.
CVS 2.
Hell no!
Wow.
Hell no! No, hell
You got
no.
MVC
This is like
too.
the best fighting game ever made. Hell no! Hell no!
Simmons will, since this is actually Simmons' favorite fighting game of all time.
Hell no!
yeah,
this has to
This
is my
Thank you.
This
favorite.
was first.
This
too,
is my
on
favorite.
Dreamcast.
This is my favorite Street Fighter game.
Yeah?
Like it's CVS 2.
It's not leaving.
CVS
It's
2.
not leaving. 3 games are leaving. It's not this one.
Power Stone 2, innovative 3D platformer game.
Telling you.
Innovative platformer that pushed the system. Does CVS 2 really push the system?
CVS 2
Yeah, like, there's some of these-
pushed the fighting games.
Now here's
Because,
the
like,
thing.
CVS 1 was a weird experiment.
Power Stone
but
10,
CVS 2 is
Power
the
Stone
full
10
realization.
battle with Space Channel 5. Space Channel 5, look, it's a great Sonic, it's a great SEGA game.
Just rip my heart out, Kenny.
Look, man, if you want to get rid of the 3 that should go, it should be Dead or Alive, Virtua Test, Shenmue. Those are the 3 I would
Dead
get.
or Alive?
That's my
No.
stance. My
No.
stance is get rid of those
Look.
3.
No?
Look,
That's my stance.
CVS 2 is great, but for a system,
DOA?
these 3D things gotta stay.
DOA no shit is arguable top 3.
Yes.
3?
Arguable top 3.
5 for me. 5.
Arguable.
5.
We're playing this. We're playing it after this.
This
Yes.
we
You're
we
gonna
have.
convince me.
We fucking you've
I
seen it,
still-
bro. It's amazing.
3?
It's fucking crazy. Like whether or not you vibe with all of the gameplay, this game is fucking wild.
It is really
Yes.
good, but it's just that Soul Calibur's like one of the greatest 3D fighters.
Fuck.
Oh, I mean,
Man.
I get it, but here's the thing. This game looks as good as this game.
Do I?
If not on a technical level, looks better.
Some ways, yeah. I think
because
some ways,
the
yes, and
stages
some
are
ways,
fully
no.
interactive.
True. Some ways it does look better, yes.
Like I cannot, and it also has a complete functioning 2v2
Look.
60 FPS
Yeah,
mode that
yeah.
just fucking
Yeah.
works. Like
Okay,
it is
here's
crazy.
the thing. Look. It's gonna have to come down to Power Stone 2 versus Space Channel 5. Okay? They're both 3D games. They're both
All right, hold
similar.
on, hold on.
Kenny.
I made my case. Okay, I might even say Space Channel 5, this one, and Shenmue. These would be the 3 I would remove.
NFL
What 3 would you remove?
NFL
Max?
Space.
All right. Which 3 would I remove?
Which 3?
I'd remove Space Channel 5.
What?
My own fucking game.
Okay.
I would remove Ikaruga.
Yes.
And I would remove.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Look.
But we kind of agree Space Channel
Like,
5. Maybe,
okay,
Yeah.
maybe not top 10.
Well,
maybe
here-
top
Yes.
Well,
15, yes, but
Okay, look.
Yes.
For me, my list is like, holy shit, I have this system. Wow. Like, some of these games, like Dead or Alive is like, you see it. Holy shit. Fucking Soul Calibur.
I'm with you, Kenny. I'm with you,
It's
Kenny.
Fucking like Crazy Taxi.
I'm with you on the DOA defense force, so you're okay.
Crazy Taxi. Holy, I need this fucking system.
Yes.
Even Shenmue was like that. Okay, like Shenmue and like all like some of these games. Like CVS 2 is for nerds like us, but it's fucking a phenomenal.
It's our list.
It's on list. Yeah.
Our
no,
list.
No, not
And
our
if
list.
this is our list, we've taken off Ikaruga,
Okay, we're taking it off.
right?
I'm not heartbroken about it.
I'm not heartbroken about a game that is arguably like a top 11 or 12.
Wait,
it was
nobody's talking about Skies.
because fuck you. That's why we're not talking about Skies. Skies is going nowhere.
We have PSO.
Nowhere.
We have PSO.
It's not even the same game or genre. Nowhere. Ikaruga.
All
I'm
this
okay.
time, Skies has been like in the corner hiding.
Because Skies is goat.
Simmons is here hiding it.
Because
Yes.
Skies is goat. Goat.
Simmons is gonna argue into it like he's 7.
I will not. This one. I will not argue.
And
this.
here's the thing, like I'm
will
on the
not-
fence
this is one of the
between,
last
like I said,
great-
even me, I'm honest, I'm on the fence between like Space Channel and like Power Stone for sure, but like I think they're almost on the same category. Okay.
I will agree with Kenny. I think Space Channel 5 can go and Power Slim should stay in the top 10.
I'm fine with that.
They're very close.
They're close.
I'm fine with that.
They're super
mega
close.
But this is not a game for everybody. It's
And
kind of
I'm
unique.
okay
This is a
with-
4-player game. Play with everybody.
I'm okay with this too, and the reason is, it's a great game. It's also on GameCube. It's also on modern systems.
Yeah, but it
And-
started as a Dreamcast game.
Right, it did, but it was an import ass end of the,
I know, I
the
know.
system's life. It was like,
It's
oh
up there
yeah,
with
cool.
GGX and CVS2. It like barely exists.
It's
as long
cool.
as me and Max are here, Shimu's not gonna go.
No, it's
just
not. It's not. Sorry.
It's just not. Going.
I'm sorry. I honestly, I think of the Dreamcast. My brain, my stupid monkey brain, goes like PSO, MVC2, Crazy Taxi, Shenmue. Straight up, like that's where my
I mean, I
shit
definitely
goes.
think
and
of,
then like Soul
I
Calibur
definitely
right after that.
attach Shenmue with the system,
Yes, it's the
but I don't think it's good.
yeah. Well, they're like it's. To me, it's like the bastion of the system was like Sonic Adventure to a lot of people.
Right,
I
right.
think this ended up being the game that was like, this is what's possible with
Yeah.
your Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
'cause-
2 was a much better game.
Yeah, sure. No,
But again, you had to import it
yeah,
from Europe.
And the same problem.
From Europe.
And that was funny because like I was so excited back in the day for 2, and I'm like, wait, what? And it was like for Xbox, and I didn't have an Xbox.
I can't-
And I was sad because all of my progress I couldn't transfer to the Xbox. You had to do some weird fucking thing. I'm like, I'm not
I think what gets Simmons about this game is like the sim aspect of it.
Yes.
Is the fact that like it's a time sim. You have to. It isn't 1-to-1 time.
Like,
but
how
10 minutes
how
is
the
an hour.
fuck did they not have a time skip? How? Like, that wasn't a revolutionary idea for the time.
Because they gave you things to do with that
They
time.
barely gave you. There's 2 arcade games and a couple of.
It wasn't
QTE
just the arcade games. It was also going and training at
Shadow
the
boxing.
shadow.
You
No, not the shadow boxing. Going and training with the masters at like the
Yeah.
park. And then you could
Forklifts, dude.
you could go back to the house and do shit for Ine-san, and you could do shit for Fuku-san, and they progress like money or some shit.
Man.
There were things you could do. It's just that you had to go like you had to run back.
Yeah, and it, like say, it was. You
I
weren't
felt
doing
like
it.
I lived in Japan,
Yes.
dude.
You don't
You
get to
were
race the
fucking
forklifts
cool.
till disc 4.
Yeah,
No,
see,
Forklifts is far
But
away.
the thing is,
yeah.
you were just. It was. Yeah.
Like I would just go to the store and drink soda.
Yeah.
Like I fucking what games allowed you to do that shit? Like it was to
That
me
was
it's
the
like
thing,
I
it was
would
like-
I would go.
to me it's like this game is the GTA of my
Yes.
generation.
Yeah,
is what it
100%.
feels like.
I would go to the place and just buy capsules. I'm like,
Exactly, and
what
just
did I get?
fucking do
Ooh,
shit.
Ooh, Jeff
Like,
McWild.
this was
He's
like-
awesome.
I
You
never
know?
played a game that was slice of life before.
Yes.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yes.
And I got that.
It
like,
was your it really was your
Capsule
introduction
toy
to cozy
hunting.
gaming.
Yes.
Capsule toy hunting.
100%.
It's your introduction to cozy gaming. That's what Shenmue
that's
was.
why I defend the fuck out of it.
Yes.
Like I can't not have it be there. It provided an experience that had never existed before, or really a genre of games that never really was around, and then got emulated again later, obviously in like Grand Theft Auto and shit.
So
Yes.
one needs to go. I think one left. Gotta go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Simmons is right.
I would say Shenmue. And if you want a name call, even my mods can catch you. But
Okay.
Kenny,
I am-
me
I
and
am-
Kenny are gonna look at this
I am
list.
fully on Team Shenmue. You gotta convince me to agree to one of your.
Here's the
No,
thing.
Kenny, me and Kenny are gonna sit here and we're gonna get closer and we're gonna put our fingers next to a name.
No. No. Absolutely not. One of the greatest fighting games of all time, and it shows up on here first.
Sure.
With unique groove mechanics.
Here's the thing.
Custom grooves, custom colors,
I'm not gonna
custom
argue-
matchups.
I'm not
with
gonna
single
argue on
matches,
that.
ratio matches.
Was there in CVS1, just done better in CVS2.
Right.
Yeah.
I will not agree to this.
I'm not
I
gonna
will
like
not
argue.
agree to this.
It's my favorite Street Fighter
Did
game.
you know that overall CVS1 reviewed better than CVS2 on the Dreamcast?
But the reviewers don't count.
Because to be real, this was a refinement of those systems. Where it's like, oh, this is it, but actually like super good. But CVS1 was kind of like amazing, not just for presentation, but what that game was completely different than any other Capcom game before.
So what you're saying is Virtual Tennis is better than CVS2.
Actually, yeah.
A better game. An overall better game.
Overall, I think This game is to me like bang for your buck, just a lot.
Yes.
This is like going to a buffet.
Yeah.
Is what it is. This game is like going.
Okay.
This game is like getting an expensive meal.
And here's the thing. Me and Max are kind of going over the general audience.
I
and
have
stuff
no
like that.
idea where your
Look,
brain is on this one.
No, look.
My brain is that there's another game on this list that does things very similar to CVS 2, but I think it does it better, and it's Marvel 2.
What does it do better?
Well, it to me, it technically plays better. It has an execution of its concept like a little bit better because CVS 2 is kind of messy, and you know this.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of just like
Oh,
a fucking-
and this top five.
This at the same
this
point
top tiers
has the same problem, but I think this ends up being a more fun game to play than this one personally, just because of how much groove limitation is in here. And
But you have on the console version with
Okay.
custom grooves.
But-
you actually can take
okay,
that away.
here's-
You can even do 3v3 no ratio.
I definitely
Here's the thing.
greater sign.
Greater sign, MVC2.
I definitely
100%.
like this.
And here's the thing: you go to you would go. Let's say we go to Santa Monica Boulevard and be like, hey, what's a better fighting game, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or CVS 2? 9 times out of 10, random people that barely play fighting games will say MVC2.
Well,
yeah,
I don't know as many people even heard of this
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
CVS 2
And-
is relatively a niche game.
yes.
For like
And-
pretty
Right,
much
it is.
hardcore fighting
It kind of like came out so late, people didn't even know about
chat,
it.
here's the thing. My favorite Street Fighter game of all time.
Yeah. I argue it's
I
CVS
just
2.
can't believe
It's the best
you
Street Fighter game
guys
outside of 3.
would sit
Yes.
here and say, like, these are better games, this is better than CVS.
Here's the
2.
thing, if we're just doing
For a
here's
console.
the thing. If it is just me, this fucking stays.
Yes.
Oh, but this shit, fuck Dead or Alive.
Right.
This shit stays, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
But
This
But
should
here's
go.
the problem.
For a-
I can't do that with
Yes.
the top 10 list. Like, my brain goes to, like, influence and impact and what it did to games beyond this. This fucking
Exactly.
sunk fighting games, dude.
Yeah.
It killed them. It made the director, like, quit and do something else.
man.
Like,
Yeah.
to me, it's like, this game is fucking revolutionary as shit.
Me and Max are on the same page when it comes to that shit.
CVS 2 was kind of like the last.
It was the
Capcom.
last
look,
Capcom.
Capcom fighting him for a while.
Here's the thing. You're at a mall in the early 2000s and you're having, here's the Dreamcast and you're putting Dead or Alive and it's the attract mode and then putting CVS
Well,
2
we're
in
not
attract
talking
mode.
about
No.
graphicals here.
No,
we're
it's-
just talking about best games.
But even though that is a part of
It's
it.
a system seller.
That's a part. It's a system seller. If you were walking down and you were looking
Right,
at
but this
it
isn't-
and you would see like the
I-
fight and they're fucking falling down the stairs and they're like, oh,
I understand, but this isn't a marketing pitch. We're talking about the best games on the system.
That's a part of it.
Kenny's going over influence. That's what he's talking about. He's just talking about this is a very influential game for the
Sure.
system. It was crazy.
This was also on the GameCube.
And the PS2.
So what was this?
This was on also fucking everything.
We're not gonna argue. You can't argue too much about. Oh well, it had versions because a lot of these games did have versions on other systems. That's kind of a wacky argument. Power Stone, legitimately, his best version is on PSP.
That's fair, but that's decades later.
Yes, it's PSP.
Decades later. DOA is not going anywhere.
Defense Skies of Arcade.
And I'm not even a big DOA fan.
Well, you guys have never even played it, but
I know, defend it.
it is one of the greatest traditional role-playing games of
Defend it.
all time, because not only does it have a traditional linear Japanese-style role-playing story, it also has a ton of customization elements.
Sure.
Where you get to design your ship.
You can change your
You
boat.
build up a whole base on an island, and then you recruit people. You go around the world and recruit them. It takes the literal best part of every JRPG, and everyone fucking knows it, which was the fucking I'm blanking on airship. Takes the airship, which everyone knows is the best fucking part of an old JRPG, and decides to make the whole fucking game based around the thing everyone wants. Gets right to the good shit, which is sailing around a world map and finding discoveries and shit.
Does this fit better on a top 10 GameCube list?
I mean, the GameCube version's better, but
Oh, damn.
So let's think of it
we
that
could
way.
argue that with other games here too.
Could
Some of them we've already gotten rid of.
Is Skies better than CVS2?
It's up there. If it was my personal top 10 list, this Skies is in like top 2.
Wow.
Or 3. 2
I
or
know.
3.
You know.
But PSO.
It's one of the best in its entire
thing.
genre.
These are
Still.
these are the top 2 best Dreamcast games of all time. Soul Calibur and PSO.
Those are top 2, no matter what.
That's
pretty much. No
and
matter
they could go toe to toe. Like, which one is the best? To be honest.
To be real, there could. I mean, before we have to strike one more from a top 10, I do think there's a spot and there's an argument to be had that there is another game on this list that is, in my opinion, in a similar way to Virtua Tennis. It's not Virtua Tennis, but in the similar way I argued this, there's another game on this list that is like the best game on the system, and it's right here.
Crazy
Crazy Taxi. Yeah.
Crazy
Taxi.
Just
Crazy Taxi.
On a design level, this is like the same teams that were doing this shit.
Crazy Taxi ain't going nowhere.
Simple, effective, like it is like the ultimate game design, in my opinion.
Crazy
like,
Taxi ain't
Crazy
going
Taxi
nowhere.
is not leaving. I think what I'm saying. I'm saying there's argument that Crazy Taxi is the best Dreamcast game, like period. I think that there can be an argument made there in terms of how effective that this game was. The first game to make me actually think about game design. Where I was like, this is such a good idea. I'm like 16. This is such a good idea. Why didn't anybody ever do this before? This is such a cool idea.
Especially because like there was like, you know, racing games and all this stuff, but like this is way fucking different. It's like a racing game, but it's like a taxi.
Yes.
And I'm
it's simplicity, it's
even
execution.
Though we're not arguing,
it's like the same way that like to me like Virtua Tennis and Crazy Taxi I think deserve credit in the same way like Daytona
like
USA and Tetris
Soul
do.
Calibur, Crazy Taxi, and PSO. Top 3.
Here's what I argue. This is, yes, we get it. It's revolutionary and it looked amazing, but there were great football games, basketball games before this game. There were great football games, basketball games after this game. It's just the first to go online on console.
Let's talk about this game.
And at this point, that's like
cool. So I think there's an argument to be had here between NFL NBA 2K or Virtua Tennis being in top 10. And
this is not online.
This
is online.
I'm leaning towards Virtua Tennis, personally.
Cutting it or keeping it?
Keeping Virtua Tennis for top 10. But I can understand. I can be debated on whether or not either one of these could take that spot. I really don't see any of these. It's hard for me to see DOA 2 or like any of these games being out of top 10. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this probably should be, but again, this is also like the last thing it has going for it is that, hey, it was the first to go online, which means nothing in today's
relatively
era,
speaking, yeah.
Where it's like, you can play Dead or Alive too, and we will.
Technically, this was online as well.
Yeah.
And technically, this was online as well.
Yeah, these were also online. But, like, my point here is that you can play Dead or Alive 2 and get the same experience of Dead or Alive 2.
Yeah, so what I'm getting from chat is that people don't understand this. And people get this for some reason because it is NFL NBA 2K, right? Those are like a big name brand shit. People don't understand Virtua Tennis because you did not live during it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like trying to argue like why certain games were popular at the time. It's like Shenmue and Virtua Tennis are up there. You had to like be here for this launch, and you had to be here when this game came out. It was fucking wild, dude. Yeah. So it was like this was the example of like why is everyone flipping out over a tennis game? And then you play it and you completely get it. Like within minutes, you completely get it.
So which would you cut right now, Max? Since we only got one left going on it.
I'm arguing we cut NFL NBA 2K.
I'm with it.
Yeah, out of top 10.
I'd say it's like 11.
And here's the thing. That is leaning. This is very much leaning in a personal argument direction because I will personally argue Virtua Tennis because it's like first party Sega and all this shit. I own both of these games.
First party Sega.
But at the same point, you know, these were like the best sports games in the world at the time. These games were revolutionary as fuck. Like I get it. But in terms of like game design, like I think this is just so fucking beautifully crafted. It's so crazy.
Because I think your argument here is that like no one did tennis like Virtua Tennis did till Virtua Tennis did it.
Yes, you didn't think you wanted ever to buy a tennis game. Right. Why the fuck would I buy a tennis game, bro?
Mario Tennis was great. but anyway, the point is, NFL 2K, great football game. There were great football games on Genesis.
Sure.
It's not like no one had done a good football.
Right, but
Tecmo
like
Bowl exists.
3D. This is the beginning of like actual good 3D football.
Good 3D football.
Like for the first time,
Sure.
and it like looks realistic from 10 feet away.
Right.
Like you could be watching the Sunday Bowl.
I can't do it, dude. CVS 2's gotta go.
Nah, I say this gotta go.
No, it can't.
You don't think so, Kenny? You do not think CVS 2 deserves to be in top 10?
It's it's my favorite fucking Street Fighter game. But for a system, like I'm going more than just like I would
You would
look.
never,
Here's the thing.
here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
You're never gonna play this ever again in your
Probably
life.
not. But for the impact, I'm crazy enough to take out Power Stone over this.
Well, if you're judging it strictly on the revolutionary aspect, sure. But this is our list, so we are also taking our personal
Here's the
interest
problem.
I can also
Here's
be,
the problem.
I can also
is
be a
that
bit
people,
non-biased.
people like me and Kenny, we can be manipulated by other people's happiness. So when it's like, oh, people love this shit, that has an impact on you.
a bit.
It has an impact on me too, and it also is like, yeah, these games were really fucking good, and
They are really good, and I am having I argued a while ago, and I wrote down Virtua Tennis, but I argued a while ago maybe getting rid of it.
Yeah.
But
But
here's the thing: I would play Virtua Tennis again, and I will play it again in my life.
Sure.
I will never play one of these games ever again. Ever.
Here's my biggest argument. I don't think this is a Dreamcast game.
It is though.
It is though. Don't get me wrong.
It's as much of a Dreamcast game as this.
Right, but this in the same argument you had
GameCube?
came out only in Japan.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking bought it, and is primarily known as being a PS2 game.
Right.
So
Yeah.
is it a genre-defining
it's
Dreamcast
actually,
game?
you see,
Well, nothing really sold on
Ooh.
Dreamcast.
There you go. That's fair. That's
It's not really a Dreamcast
That's
game.
absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair.
Sky Crazy Taxi, for example, is a Dreamcast game. It got ported to everything, 100%.
Everything.
But it exploded because of the Dreamcast. It was like, oh, you have a Dreamcast? Can I play Crazy Taxi?
Well, I don't think Marvel's Capcom 2 exploded because of Dreamcast.
yes, it did.
It exploded because of the arcade.
No, bro.
Yes.
No,
No,
dude, it came out the same time.
No.
Came out 3 months
No,
later.
Simmons?
Dreamcast.
Simmons?
It
No,
sold
I disagree with that.
11 million
I
consoles. There's probably not even a million sales of this.
I
in Japan.
disagree.
Absolutely wrong.
Completely disagree.
Probably not even a million. You
No.
gotta, you
No.
have got to take,
Dude.
you gotta take personal
No,
antidote.
Yeah, I
out
have.
of it.
Guess what? PS2 version of this is fucking balls.
Yeah.
It is.
And so is the
It
Xbox
is.
version. It's fucking
Yeah.
balls.
It is, but
It's-
people
And,
were.
and they were reviewed poorly.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it was like, yeah.
Oh,
this
I
is
agree
These are
100%.
inferior games compared to the superior
And here's the thing,
Dreamcast
when
version.
this came out, fucking people like us were, holy fucking
This shit was sold out
I
for
can-
like months.
because
I
they
can
made
have-
5 copies.
No, dude, no. This was one of the most.
This
made
is
games on
not
the system.
even on Capcom's platinum list. It didn't make a million.
Well, dude, neither is like anything else on.
I
here.
know,
Yes.
I know. So we can't. I'm not buying the argument that
No.
this was a huge revolution because of the Dreamcast.
No.
It was a huge revolution because of the arcade.
Yeah.
That's where everyone played this game.
My dude.
But
this game
to
was.
have it at home.
Here's my argument
have it at
completely
home?
against this. This game was literally designed around the Dreamcast controller.
Oh, it was. It sure was.
Like, this is a Dreamcast game.
Yes.
Straight up.
So I see that argument
Get it out.
because of the 4
Take out
button.
CVS
Yes.
too.
Because it's the
CVS
4 button.
gotta
go.
Yeah, I see that argument.
CVS2 was not inherently made that way.
No,
This was
and
just
especially
like
for the controller, and especially trying to find like even though there was like I'm gonna have
my only.
to, like,
I see the thing is in terms of game quality, CVS2 is absolutely a top 10 Dreamcast game.
Yeah.
But I think in the same way we have been judging several other titles on here, they don't feel definitive Dreamcast games because they're on
Yeah.
other things and they're sort of like this makes top 10 PS2 potentially or top 10 GameCube. It could. It definitely
It's
could.
the best fighting game on game.
number 11.
This will cover too.
Number 11.
Yeah, I think for the same argument we've been judging some other stuff, I think we can apply that to CVS2. It doesn't really feel like a Dreamcast game.
I heavily disagree with you guys on this one.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Number 11.
How do we rank them?
Number 11.
All right, we did it.
We did it.
We did it through many justifications and arguments of impact and personal taste on
Yeah.
is it Dreamcasty enough?
It's gotta be a combination of all of it.
It's gotta be a little bit of
It's gotta
everything.
be a little
Now
bit of
I'll say
everything.
this,
So,
Max.
like,
I don't know which one I like more between Soul Calibur and PS2.
I feel you on that.
I don't know which one
Here's
I
the
like
thing.
more.
Here's
Well,
the
let's
thing.
start at the bottom first.
Here's the thing.
Shenmue.
I am late. Here's the thing. I'm late to PSO. I was really fucking late, but goddamn, this game is so fucking
Yeah,
good.
no.
Till this
We're not
day.
even talking about this
But
shit
here's
yet.
the thing. Soul Calibur is good till this fucking day.
Here's-
Both of these games you can play right now, and you're like, yeah.
Okay,
know?
all right.
And even this.
Here is my argument right now, is that we've had good arguments for all of these games.
Yeah.
And there is a niche game on this list that is effectively a niche game, but effective at its genre, that is popular amongst niche audiences. But we've only had one person defend it, and
10.
it's Skies.
Oh.
Is Skies number 10?
Skies? No, Shenmue's 10.
No.
No, dude! No
No.
way!
Yes,
There's
yes,
just
wait.
no way.
I'll put Power Stone at 10.
Okay.
Power
Power
Stone
Stone
at
2
10.
at 10?
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
I'll put that at 10.
I think I'm down with that.
I'm 100. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
I mean,
Power Stone.
yeah, I could get another list.
All right, let's get.
Yeah.
We need more paper.
All right.
Get more
Look at me, chat. I can be non-biased.
Simmons can't.
No, yeah, Simmons can't.
Simmons is unable
He cannot
to.
fucking be non-biased.
Me and Kenny.
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
Me and Kenny have made sacrifices here.
Oh yeah, we've made
We've
sacrifices.
made sacrifices.
No compromise.
Simmons has no compromises. Is not willing to talk.
Yeah, no.
He's effectively, you know.
Effectively the chat.
I can be non-biased. And like Power Stone, like getting up to top 10, wow, I was like, holy shit. But to be honest, like for a Dreamcast game, like it only came out like almost 2 decades later on a fucking PSP. But like four ports, just fucking like 3D. It really just pushed the system. It wasn't on anything else. It's a Dreamcast game.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I
I
agree.
can agree. Yeah, I could put it 10.
Or whatever. Let's put this over here. I'll hold this. I'll just
I
put our
could
Declaration of
I
Independence.
could put it, yeah, right?
All right.
I could put it on 10.
Number 10 is Power Stone 2. Argued. Power Stone 2, number 10, and agreed upon.
Yes.
I nominate the number 9 spot on
Skies.
this list, Skies of
Skies.
Arcadia.
I nominate Shenmue because Shenmue is not fun to play. That's still a
I
classic.
disagree, man.
That's still, you've never played that.
I've tried.
I have not beaten
people-
it.
people-
I have not beaten this. I tried to play it. It did
And
not
I've
catch
beaten
me.
both.
I get it. Dude, just because you beat it doesn't mean like you are the definite say of it. Like this game was not engaging.
You are arguing entirely on how expensive it was and how you could buy gotcha mechanics.
Fuck you! I've played this game again multiple times.
But it's not fun to play
I
at all.
disagree. I legit disagree.
You're gonna have to fight me and Max because I'm the same way. It's a genre-defining fucking game,
I think this
man.
is genre-defining, and I find it fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy playing it.
I think you are gaslighting yourself.
I literally played a Shenmue fan game just so I can walk around the town and the house in the snow during Christmas. Like, here's the thing, that also fucking exists. Like, it isn't just me. Like, there's a lot of people that just wanted to experience that shit again because it's a fucking like massively influential
I'm
game.
calling rose tint on this for sure.
For a Dreamcast game.
Well,
man.
what else is like bottom, just generally speaking?
Skies!
We know that.
Skies is 9.
Yes, we heard. But what else is going to be down in like this area right here?
NFL? Or Dead or Alive? Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive, NFL. Nah.
I'd actually put NFL NBA 2K at number 9.
Number 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
fine.
I would put these games above this game.
That's like best in genre.
So were these.
At the time, they were great, but they're not like, it's not like, oh, this is a great game. People don't, nobody is spending $300, $500 for a copy of this, but they are for this.
Dude, because they made 10 copies of this in the same market.
That is
as the
true.
Dreamcast, and they
Also
literally-
true.
This is the best-selling game on the system.
That is technically true.
There it is.
Technically true, but
Number 9.
But
Put it on there, Simmons.
All right.
Skies.
He's putting NBA. Look at him.
Oh,
Look at him.
this
And we don't
guy.
agree. Look at there's 2v1 here. There's 2v1.
2v1.
Alright,
Come on, man.
I'll be getting this.
And then I think right behind it is you can just put NFL NBA 2K.
There it is.
Yeah. NFL/NBA 2K. Like I think we just lumped them together because NFL was the big game, but I think I also played a fuckload of NBA 2K and that game was incredible. Like, and it was one of the best received games on the system. I don't know about the NHL games.
I would say Dead or Alive at 7.
Hold up.
I mean, I would say Shenmue at 10, but you guys are never going to let this go. Shenmue's going to end up at number 1 because
No.
you guys got to you guys
man.
turned the capsule and got a Jeffrey McLeod figure.
Hey man, if Shenmue is number 1 on a Dreamcast list, I don't think that's a bad list.
Please.
I would not argue that direction, but I'm like, all right.
Crime was committed and skies has been robbed. I agree.
One guy.
But these guys don't play RPGs. So what are you gonna do?
No, we have the best RPG that's about to be number 1.
PSO.
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 Well, that's not.
Even though it doesn't matter.
RPG. Well,
It doesn't matter.
That's gonna be 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
I will argue my defense of Virtua Tennis now ends.
Yeah, I feel you.
My defense
I
of
was thinking
Virtua
that.
Tennis.
I cannot defend Virtua Tennis against any of these games. I can't.
Hey, I was thinking that here and
Can't
put it
do
up
it.
here.
I can't
There
do
it
it.
is.
I'm
Put it
willing
up
to
there.
recognize the position of the things that I love and not defend them into the ground.
All right, I think that's fair. I think that's an honestly
What's
fair.
the story of PSO? The story of PSO is that their Red Ring Rico was like an adventurer. He went to a planet. There was some crazy shit on the planet called Dark Falls. Sends out a distress signal, but also the planet is like, you know, a bountiful beacon of like beautiful shit. So all the people come from a different galaxy, and the pioneer ship to arrive on the planet. Like the fucking people said, what's the
And we
story?
talk revolution. And we
Yeah,
talk
that is-
revolutionary.
That's the story.
The story is
And then- but
the
your
planet
part-
was dying. They sent out Pioneer 1.
Yes.
Found this planet.
Yes.
Went on it. Something happened to the lead expedition.
It's a perfect planet. It's habitable, but then the crew
Lost
goes
it.
missing. But it's habitable, so everybody goes.
Yeah.
And you're part of the
Pioneer
reconnaissance
2.
team.
You're part of Pioneer 2,
Yes.
and you're looking to find what happened to the lost expedition.
Yes, it's effectively sunshine, but they land on.
PSO's
Yeah,
number
it's
one.
sunshine.
It's sunshine.
It's sunshine.
Then fucking you are a part of the reconnaissance crew that goes down to the planet to figure out what the fuck happened. That is the story of PSO.
Solo, yes, but when you play with friends, and here's the thing.
Yeah, we're not judging solo PSO.
No. But like, god damn it, dude. Here's how
But you
good.
can do it.
Here's how good this game is. You got me and Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Like almost
No.
20 years later.
This game is still like this is like Diablo 2
yeah,
shit.
20 years later,
Where it
with me and
carries.
Steve, the first time we played it is with you guys.
I know.
And we
And you
fucking
get
love
fucking
this game.
addicted, yeah.
We fucking love it.
The gameplay loop of PSO is
That's the
fucking
thing.
unmatched.
The loop of the gameplay loop.
But it's also like a dude. What do we hype up in this shit? The vibes parts of it. The fucking
vibes.
lobby and shit.
old lobby.
The pictographs, the dumb fucking soccer, the sound effects.
I want to say
Like,
the
we
fact that
argue
the
so
online,
much shit.
the online functioned.
Yeah, sure.
It
I know.
functioned.
That's
It
a big part
never
of it.
did. It never
But the
had
thing
any of
is-
the issues I have now.
That is one part of the whole pie, right? And a big part, but like so many other things of PSO are so fucking peak that it's like, yeah, dude. There's a reason why people love this.
All right,
shit.
6.
Okay.
So we're
So here's our
Anyway.
thing. We're not biased, but we are biased. But here's the thing: even though it's a fighting game, Dead or Alive is still fucking top because I'm saying it's a fucking system-selling game.
I-
6 or 6?
But it's not gonna go over Soul Calibur.
No.
And it's not gonna go over MVC2. Even though technically speaking,
We need to start crossing out games. I'm looking at ones that are audio.
Well, there's only 6 to go, so
I know. So yeah, like and this is out. This is out.
ranked it, skies.
Ranked it. Okay, I just need to get them visually out of here. So we got PSO, MVC2, Soul Calibur, Crazy Taxi, Shenmue, Dead or Alive 2.
Again, I'm gonna argue Shenmue should be at the bottom until you guys fucking accept it. So convince me of 6, if not Shenmue.
I'm willing to put DOA 2 actually above Shenmue.
really?
Yeah, good.
Okay, that's fine.
I actually am.
Good.
So I think Shenmue is number 6, and then we can agree that DOA 2 is number 5.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, DOA 2 is
That's fair.
really good. Like,
Yeah.
really good.
And we're gonna play these fucking things.
Well, you will see. Dude, we did play DOA 2 not that long ago, and it was fucking wild.
Like Soul Calibur holds up to this fucking day, and you know what?
4.
And DOA will still hold up.
Crazy Taxi or MVC2?
I'm gonna go wild. I'm gonna put NBC2.
He's 4.
I'm gonna put Crazy Taxi over MBC2.
I actually agree.
Thank you.
I
You
know, I
say
hate
Crazy
that I
Taxi
agree.
over MVC2?
Yes.
Yeah, like
But
number 4?
everyone who played video games owned a Dreamcast and owned a copy of Marvel 2, according to you guys.
Well, like as many could be owned. Like Crazy Taxi was a first-party game, so they just made more of them.
Yes.
But like every
Crazy
time,
Taxi is one of the best-selling games on the
I'm look.
Yeah, Capcom literally cannot produce
This
enough
is me-
discs for Marvel
This
2.
is me being non-biased. I can take my biases for like these fighting games and shit like that. But I'm just saying.
I think I actually agree in terms of like my overall, because this is why I hate putting fighting games in the same list as regular games.
Yes.
I don't consider them the same.
Yeah.
Like I put them in completely different categories in my brain, so this is really fucking hard. If we have to do this, it feels shit to me that I would
feel you.
put Crazy Taxi, as much as it is, over Marvel 2, but I would legit do that because like it's fucking Crazy Taxi, dude. Like I can't even. In any other situation, MVC2 is way better, at least to me. But I just
So now.
Crazy Taxi, I think, is the number 3 game on Dreamcast.
Whoop, okay. All right. There it is. There it is.
Let's go make some crazy money.
There it is. Me and Max
And
are.
this
are-
list
we're
is
wa-
the
we're doing.
definitive reason why I do not like making top lists with fighting games. I don't fucking like doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it feels weird to have like, you know, DOA 2 over Shenmue. Like, and even in this situation. But I would agree
One's
with
fun to
that.
play, one's not.
I mean, I get it.
Now this is the tough one.
Yeah, here's
is the tough one?
the argument I knew was happening the moment.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. This is a tough one, but I already have my answer.
I know what's number one.
I'm willing to accept Delegate Kenny on behalf of Southern California. Please give us your nomination for the best Dreamcast game. State your words.
Soul Calibur.
Kenny put Soul Calibur as the #1 game on the
And look,
system.
and here's the thing.
Let it be recorded for
Okay.
all to see.
I'm recording because Soul Calibur was the first game, like fighting game. And I know it's a fighting game,
Yep.
but to destroy,
He's right.
destroy the arcade experience. Okay?
He's right.
I'm not even looking at the chat. Here's the thing.
He's not wrong.
Until then, until Dreamcast, the arcade fighting experience was never captured, and was surpassed. It
All right.
surpassed the arcade experience.
He's
and
wrong.
until this time, that's never been a possibility. Like, to go better than the arcade was a fucking dream. And this game surpassed it in every
Look at
fucking
them.
way,
Look at
okay?
them. Look at them. You don't need to convince
I'm
me.
not-
Everything
I'm
he
not.
said is absolutely correct.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not trying to
Everything he said, he
I'm
just
not
wanted to
trying
manipulate it.
I'm not trying to
Wait,
manipulate by the chat. I'm not trying to get manipulated by the chat.
Delegate Kenny has stated his voice. He puts Soul Calibur as the #1 game. Phantasy Star Online is the #2 game.
And here's the thing. Not only that, you will fucking go to a store and you'll see it and you'll be fucking mind blown
Okay.
by how good that game looks.
All right.
And the game will hold up today. We'll play Soul Calibur and I'm like, the game looks pretty goddamn good.
Delegate Kenny, I wish for you, who has stated their nomination for Best Game of Dreamcast, to count down from 5.
Yeah.
After 1, me and Simmons at the same time will say
Yes.
our #1 game of the system.
All right.
And me and Simmons will look each other in the eye
Yes.
on the countdown, and we will see which game is going to be at the top of
That's
this
fine.
list.
That's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right, let's move
Okay.
this.
I will
Let's
take
move
that.
this. Let's
Okay.
move this back.
I
All
will
right.
take that.
All right, let's make sure we're all in view.
I will take that.
Simmons are going to look at each other. We're going to assume the pose.
Yes.
You don't have to stop looking until yet.
Okay.
Chad, are we ready? Is everybody ready?
I will take that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Kenny,
Here we go.
count us down after 1, Simmons.
Okay. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
PSO.
Wow!
Yeah, bro. Goddamn, bro.
Hey!
Goddamn, bro. It's PSO. It definitely is.
Damn!
We did it.
Damn! Wow!
The best Dreamcast games of all time. Phantasy Star Online, Soul Calibur, Crazy Taxi, Marvel 2, DOA 2, Shenmue, Virtua Tennis, NFL NBA 2K, Skies of Arcadia, Power Stone 2.
Wow!
Finally,
Stop the count.
all the other arguments are rendered null and void.
Stop
This is
the count.
list that has been defined from this point forward till the end of time.